Welcome to the present moment and thank you for your precious attention. Today's topic, it's gritty, so gritty. In fact, when I tune into the mental atmosphere, this vibe, or the lack actually of this vibe, causes more suffering, stagnation and sadness, not to mention disease, than any other vibe, any other bad vibe in all of reality. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about letting go. I'm talking about letting go. Surrender at its finest. Because when you hang on to stuff, something happens in the internal systems, in the mental atmosphere, in everything about your physiology starts to create stagnation and a lack of flow. So how can you learn to let go? Can we learn how to let go? And geez, why didn't someone warn us when we signed the time and space contract that there would be times that you would need to let go? Well, listen up now, ninjas, because here's the good news. It can be learned. In fact, in the Nowism game of consciousness, I put this game right at the front door of the world of Nowism, because when you learn how to let go, oh my God, you liberate so much energy, you liberate so much time and attention that you would be invested in this sort of stagnation, and instead you have this opportunity to allow the rebirth of the next chapter, of the next moment to happen as a willing participant. So, first thing, I wanted to mention a powerful, eloquent quote. It's very old. It's a Zen proverb that says, "Let go or be dragged." Be dragged, no thank you. So like any, class in Nowism, the first thing we do is we try to find airtime with the answer. Where is there an elegant example of letting go? You see, you got to go on a hunt for the presence of the thing that you want to master in yourself, right? So first thing, it's a bit of a no-brainer. We go straight to nature, because don't you agree that nature is the most elegant, graceful version of letting go? Think about it. You're shedding skin, your hair comes out, leaves on trees fall down. Last night ended yesterday, right? Nature is this incredible design of letting go. In fact, it's intrinsically inbuilt for all of the things to come in this unfolding, which is deeply married to letting go. Rebirth, let go. Death, birth. Death, birth. They're one and the same thing, right? But how do you let go of the job? How do you let go of that relationship? How do you let go of that little dress that you had on your first date back in the summer of 1960, whatever? How do you let go of the freaking toxic comments that were unnecessary and unwarranted that were said to you an hour ago? Ooh, that's a good one, isn't it? How do you let go of that, that conversation is spinning around and around and around in your mind? Oh my Lord. Well, the first thing is, after you've looked for it in nature, is to start to realize in yourself, do I want to be the feeler of the feelings? Because this feeling that you're holding on to means that you are broadcasting the energy of stagnation, of doubt, of lack. This is a vibe that you are busy being invested in right now. So, how do you let go? For me, and in the game of Now Ninjas, we learn straight up that the cousin vibe, right? I'm going like this for a reason. Well, if you want to let go, you've got to have a supporting vibe in order for this to be really easy. Because this can be really easy. It can be very throwaway. But this needs to be developed. Do you know what I'm talking about? This is a vibe. It's an energy. It's super important. And the energy is also known as trust. Ooh, trust. What a big vibe. You're not going to jump unless you know you're going to land somewhere safely. But when it comes to letting go of the relationship, the thing is that your mind is so convinced that this is the one for you. Or if you're trying to let go of a job because you were fired, but you feel like, but this was the plan, this is what I was going to do. I want to pull you up now, ninjas, and say to you, you got to cultivate your trust in order for you to let go. Because when you've got the trust, then letting go is easy. How do you get trust? Boom, straight back to the first principle of Nowism. that there is one power, there's one presence, there is one love, and it is all here now. That life is created out of oneness. And since all of it is everywhere, right? This is a very quantum language. Stay with me on it, right? Since all of the love and the joy and the intelligence and the brilliance and the harmony is everywhere distributed, then that means it is right here, right now with me. Therefore, if life is presenting me with the heartbreaking, surprising situation of needing to let go, then, because I know that life is for me and not against me, I know that it's in my highest nature. It's in my highest good to let go. Let go. I'm going to let go because I know that I am held by the divine. I know that life is working for me and not against me. I'm going to let go because I'm going to make space for the other thing that's trying to emerge from me. Do you hear what I'm saying? I bet right now, if you look into where you're not letting go, you could easily discover that that's simply because you just don't trust. So sometimes we've got to go to the spiritual type of trust instead of the time and space trust, especially with big chapter changes. Okay, I've been working with a few people on this really big chapter changes where, the partner has died, and life is the chapter is changing in such a massive, dramatic way. How can you, this whole process, it feels like violence, because the heart is breaking and there's nothing that you can do about that loss that happened. You can't change the way that's happening. But as a now ninja, what you can do is cultivate a creative response to what's going on and become a cooperative component, like in nature, where you can actually allow your systems and your heart and everything to support this letting go so that the transformation and the revelation and the rebirth can happen much faster. Do you hear what I'm saying, ninjas? There's a playful piece in the game, and I'm going to share it with you now. And that is, when you want to let go, you use the now soap. Now soap, wash your hands of the past. I mean, what if it was that easy? So part of the curriculum is we're going to start to look at where can I train myself to let go on a daily basis instead of waiting for the big scenarios to come and smash me where I've got to let go or else I'm going to be dragged, like in that Zen parable, let go or be dragged. How can I learn how to let go instead of being dragged? And so you want to learn how to do that on a day-to-day, now-to-now basis and to acknowledge the elegance and the grace and the ease in your letting go. So how can you do that? Well, number one was the now soap. Wash your hands of the past. Where can you do that? You can do that in the basin. You can do that when you're doing the dishes. You can do it also when you're having a shower. And so what I mean in this game of ninjas, what you're going to do is you're going to develop this sort of dialogue where you are acknowledging how easy it is to let go and how trusting it is to let go of the skin that no longer serves. Every day when you're on the loo, you're letting go. I mean, you don't want to hang on to that shit, right? So there's another great example of letting go. But as you bring a simultaneous awareness and a bit of a nowism celebration to where you're letting go, and you develop that as a muscle and as a tool in your ninja toolbox, then when the big scenarios hit, boom, you're going to know how to let go. You're going to realize that you're already quite good at this, but you just have to have a creative response, be willing, and let go. Now the trust piece is so big, and that is a divine part of this, where you got to go light a candle at some point and start to actually contemplate, what are you in this reality? What is going on in time and space, really, you are held by something that is much bigger than you. And I promise you, friends, that as you cultivate deliberately this divine story, then when the big chapter changes happen in life, when there's a death, or when you're feeling like there's a intoxication from another human that is really distracting, you can allow yourself to let go, because you know that the relationship with the divine is dictating to you. There's something better for you than this. There is something so much better for you than this. But if you keep holding on, you're taking up so much room in your spheres of nowness that there's no room for the new thing to come out. There's no room yet for the thing to come forth. So, my friends, cultivate your trust and make room to let go. I hope this is helpful. I've had so much fun working with individuals on the topics of letting go and of all sorts of things in the Game of Now Ninjas. So remember, hit me up. There is a special running right now for Nowism and also for Heal Thyself Tribe. So check it out. Come. It's only for November, so get on board, get your now out, and learn these creative skills and how to be in reality as an unbotherable now ninja. I'm Kat Dawes. Thanks for listening. And remember, this is the only moment. Mwah.